Hopefully everyone is feeling well. I feel a bit twingy in my shoulder today, but if anyone does feel like that, just do what you can. Don't ever push yourself into a position or something because I'm telling you to. You guys know your own bodies, so listen to them. We're going to start with a couple of rounds of breathing, but we're going to sit up nice and tall for this. So however you're comfortable, on a cushion or on your shins, but just draw the crown of your head up nice and tall, drop your shoulders away from your ears, and then choose what you want to do with your hands. Whether you want to bring them onto your knees or having one palm in front of the other. Sometimes it's quite nice to connect your thumbs together so that you don't get fidgety. And then close your eyes, and we'll just start the class with a few rounds of taking a nice slow long inhale and exhale out. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Just taking that time to bring that attention within. Finding your own rhythm if you find that quite hard to do. Just having that focus and attention on one thing. And then just double check, are your shoulders really down? Is the crown of your head really lifted? Lifting that heart a little bit. Really allowing that belly to release, that chest to rise and fall. By anything, just noting it, but just keeping that attention on that breath. And you're inhaling, exhale out, and then trying to find your own rhythm with that breath. So still trying to focus on that inhale and exhale, and just noting, do you find you get distracted? Are you happy to focus on your breath solely? Do you get a bit fidgety? So just bringing that awareness. It doesn't matter what any of those things are, it's just quite interesting to know where your mind goes. Do you find it's helpful being led, or can you find yourself in your own rhythm, focusing on your breath? You're going to bring yourself down so that you're laying down but your knees are still bent. So you're just going to hug this right knee in, let that left leg go straight, and just wake up that ankle one direction and then the other. And then bring that right knee over to the left, so you're just gently twisting. Doesn't matter if it doesn't touch the floor. And then bringing it back up, hug that left knee in, right leg straight. So if you find that your small of your back like really arches here, it's probably best to bend this right knee. So left knee in, rotating your ankle, one direction, then the other. And then just taking that knee across your body, turning your head in the opposite direction just to gently twist. And then come back to centre. Both feet flat. Bring your heels in towards your bottom, your fingertips towards your heels, coming into bridge. So you're slowly going to put the small of your back into the mat and rise those hips up to the sky. So you're really going to push them up and then slowly lower them down. Two more like that. So you're peeling that pelvis up Try to keep that breath nice and slow with your movement, and then slowly lower. Imagining you're holding a block in between your knees so that your knees are strong, and then slowly peeling up, and then slowly lower. So we're going to bring our legs up, straight up in front of us, a little bit of core. So again, if your bottom lifts here, this is what I do in Barry's classes. I bring the small of my back, my hand to the small of my back, so that my bottom is just slightly lifted, and that allows me to control my legs a lot more without my back arching. So you might find that that is potentially an option for you. So we're going to start with our legs nice and straight up in the air and slowly lower them. So you can do this without the hands under the small of your back, and as soon as your back starts to arch, then you've gone down too far. And then slowly lift them up. And then we're going to slowly try and lower them all the way down, just so that they're hovering above the mat, and then lifting them up. So try and do it nice and slowly and controlled. Slowly lowering. If you've got a slight bend in your knees, that honestly doesn't matter. Slowly lower. We're just waking up our tummies, and then slowly lifting them up. And again, bringing them down, and then lifting them up, and then hugging them into your chest. Gently drawing that circle with your knees in one direction, and then the other, and then trying to bring up yourself up to seated, and sitting up nice and tall. Tummy should be nice and warm now. So reach both arms up overhead, reaching up nice and tall. I've got a very annoying puppy with me at the moment. So right hand by right hip, left arm over the top. So you're stretching over the side, and then up and over to the left, bringing that right arm up and over. One more each side, see if you can go a little bit lower. But try not to let that bottom lift. I mean, I could go all that way, but your bum needs to be on the mat. And then up and over to the left. And then come back up to centre. Gently twisting round to the right, bringing that right hand behind you, left hand to right knee. Gently rotating that torso round. And then coming round to the other side. Come back to centre. Coming onto your shins, if you're not already, you're just going to bring your hands behind you, and a bit like bridge, you're just going to push your hips up to the sky. So you're lifting up your hips, feeling that maybe in the front of your chest, and then slowly lower. We'll do that 2 more times. So only go up as much as your body will allow. And then slowly lower. 1 more. And then, oh, that's a crack on my knee. Bring your bottom down. And then you're going to bring your arms out. So a bit like when we do cat-cow, you're going to push your arms forward and then create that space in between your shoulder blades. And then palms facing up. And then lifting that chest up. But trying to pull that heart through as well. So again, bringing those hands in front of heart centre, pushing forward, and then reaching those arms up, lifting that heart. And again, push forward, and then reaching up. Again, trying to be conscious of your breath and your movement, trying to keep everything nice and slow. Bring your arms down, interlacing behind your back, so you're going to draw them down behind you. And then you're going to bring your hands to your left hip, a bit like a little holster, and then bring your right ear to your right shoulder, and then bring that left ear over to the left shoulder. Bringing those hands back behind you again, drawing them down to the earth, and then bringing them over to the right. So you're basically just nestling those hands on that right hip. Bring that right ear to your right shoulder, and then bring left ear to left shoulder. Bringing yourself back to centre. Come into tabletop. We're going to go straight into downward dog. So lifting your hips up to the sky. You may want to pad one heel down, then the other. And then we're going to sweep this right leg up. You're going to bring it to the outside of that right foot. Drop that left knee. You're going to bring this right arm up to the sky and basically draw it back behind you as if it's coming back down to the earth. So you're opening up your chest. And then bring that hand back to the inside of that foot. Push those hips down, and then you're going to just walk your hands back to half splits, but just for a bit. We're just going to play around here. So swing that weight forward and then back. So if you want to concentrate more on bringing your hips down to the earth, then hang out there. Or if you want to hang out on your hamstrings and bring it there. One more. Nice slow inhale and then exhale. Bringing those hands to the inside of your foot. You're going to flip your toes, bring this left foot to the outside of the right foot. Coming into a squat. And then bring hands to heart center, release those legs. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Reach up nice and tall. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, come to flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Bringing yourself back to plank. Lowering your knees if you need to. If not, you're going to lower that chest and that chin down. Sweep up for the upward dog. Flip your toes into downward dog. Sweeping that left leg up. Coming to the outside of that left foot. Dropping that right knee. Reaching this left arm up and behind you to open up that chest. Pushing those hips down. And then bring the hands to the inside of that foot. And then you're just going to walk your hands back, straighten that left leg. Hang out with your hammies. Or come forward, bringing that weight into your hips. So if you can, just move backwards and forwards. Like I say, if not, you might want to focus more attention on your hamstrings or opening up your hips. And then bringing your hands to the inside of that left foot, placing them flat, flipping your right toe, bringing that foot to the outside of your right hand. Come into a squat, bring your arms forward, sit that bottom down. Then connect your palms, bring them to heart center, inhale, release those legs. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to flat back. Exhale, fold forward, come into plank, dropping your knees if you need to. And then you're slowly lowering that chest and that chin down, sweep up. With that inhale, flip your toes into downward dog as you exhale. Sweeping the right leg up. You're going to bring it to the inside of your hands now. Trying to lightly place it in between your hands. Dropping that left knee. And then bringing both hands to that right knee. So you're trying to push those hips down. And then you're going to bring your hands behind you and interlace them down your back. So you find your balance, you might find you a little bit wobbly here. So you're going to stay here with your hands going down to the earth, or you can kick this left heel into your bottom and reach around and grab that foot. So again, we're just opening up our chest. If you have got a hold of that foot, if you push into your hands slightly, you'll feel that on your chest. Push your hips a little bit lower, you'll feel that on your quads. Or releasing, bringing those hands down behind you will just open up that chest. Release those hands if you've got them there. Framing your foot, bringing yourself back to plank. Slowly lower that chest and that chin down. Sweep up with that inhale. Flip your toes into downward dog as you exhale. Taking that left leg up, three-legged dog. Doesn't matter how straight your leg is, how far up it goes. And then you're going to bring that foot all the way through, lightly placing it in between your hands, dropping that right knee. And then you're bringing your hands to your knee, lift that heart up, push those hips down. Once you've found that balance and you feel a bit safe, interlace your hands behind your back, draw them down to the earth. Or you're bringing this right heel into your bottom, reaching around and holding onto that foot. So if you push into your hips, push into that hand. So we're opening the front of our chest and feeling it in our quad. If you can't quite get your foot, just keep your hands down behind you. Or if you really want to grab your foot, you can practice putting like a dressing gown cord or belt behind it. Slowly releasing that foot, bringing your hands forward. You're just going to bring right foot through to meet left foot. Staying in that forward fold, interlacing your hands behind your back. Keep your knees nice and soft, arms up overhead. Allow that head to go heavy. And then slowly bringing your hands behind your legs. And then you're going to bring your hands just in front of your feet. You're going to bend your right knee, straighten this left leg. Extend this left arm up to the sky. And then slowly bring that hand down. Bend that left knee, right arm up to the sky. And then slowly bring that hand down, curling yourself up nice and slowly, no rush at all. Bringing your head up last, reaching those arms up overhead. Connect those palms, take a nice big inhale, and then we're going to fold forward. Keeping those knees nice and soft. Going as slow as you need to. You're going to sweep up into chair. So we're bringing our bottom down, we're sitting on our imaginary chair. So here, your option is to hang out here for as long as you want, or we can come into eagle arms. So you're going to bring your right arm underneath your left and try and connect your palms together. If, unlike me, you are well endowed and you can't get your arms around your chest area, then give yourself a hug. Just remember that your right arm is going to be underneath. So find your chosen position and then just lift your arms up slightly if they're in eagle arms. Then you're going to bring your right leg, if you can, imagine you're crossing your legs, bringing your toes to the earth. If you're used to this, you can wrap this right leg all the way around, full eagle. And then slowly release your leg, release your arms, bring them up past your ears, and then straighten your legs. Take that nice big inhale, connect your palms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to flat back. We've got to do the same on the other side. Exhale, fold forward. Sweep those arms up into chair. So you're either hanging out here, or you're bringing your left arm underneath for those eagle arms. Connect your palms together, or giving yourself a hug. Bringing this left leg up to imaginary cross your legs. Bringing your toes to the earth if you're just a little bit unstable, or coming to full eagle leg. So you're wrapping that leg all the way around, keeping that bottom down, lift those elbows up. Remember to breathe as well. And then you're slowly going to release that leg. Slowly release your arms, bring them up past your ears, staying in that chair position, and then straighten your legs. Reach up nice and tall. Inhale, and then exhale as you fold forward. You're going to walk yourself back into downward dog. Sweeping this right leg up. Bring that right knee towards your right wrist and come into your pigeon. So your left leg is straight behind you. Your right knee is bent. Your hips are facing forward. So coming onto your fingertips, you're going to lift your chest up and then exhale, fold forward. If this is really unavailable to you, just do like a 90-90 with your legs, almost like stag ears position, and you're just going to fold yourself over that front leg. Or you can lift, support that right bottom with a block or cushion, as long as your hips are facing forward. Fingertips, inhale, lift, exhale, fold over that front leg. Inhale, lift, and then fold over that front leg. One more. Really try and lift that chest, and then fold over. So coming onto your forearms, or resting your head on your hands. Hopefully it's trying to get into your hip area. And then just sink in. Some people love this pose. I do. Some people hate it. But the less you think about it and just do it, I think you kind of surrender into it, and then it's a little bit easier. And then slowly lift that chest up. Flipping those left toes, you're going to tuck this right knee into your chest, and then lift it up to three-legged dog, and then slowly bring it down. Left leg up, bend that heel into your bottom, bring that left knee towards that left wrist and just place it down lightly. Shuffling that right leg back so it's nice and straight, or find what position works for you. Coming onto your fingertips, inhale, lift that chest, and then exhale, fold over that leg. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. One more, lifting that chest up, and then sinking down, whether it be on your forearms, resting your head on your hands, one hand placed on top of the other. And again, just really try and melt into the pose. Sinking those hips down into the earth. Hopefully getting in those glutes. And if you find your head is all over the place when you're resting in a pose, just start to count your breath. And then slowly bringing your hands up flat, lifting that chest, flipping those right toes. You're going to tuck this left knee into your chest and then lift it up behind you to three-legged dog. Slowly lowering your foot down, bringing your knees down and coming on to your bottom. So feet forward, bringing this right heel in towards your right hip, and then you're just crossing that left leg in front. So it's shin over shin. Sorry guys. So some yogis can sit with that shin on top of that other shin. My hips don't let me do that. Give it a go. You might feel that that is your position. Going to inhale, reach, and then fold forward. Allow your hands to walk a little bit further. Walk your hands over to the right. Keep that bottom down again. Don't let it lift. And then walk your hands over to the other side. Slowly coming back to centre. Walking your hands so that you're then seated, and swap your legs over. So right leg in front, or whatever, the opposite one. Again, so your shin in front of shin, or if you're really jazzy, then you can try and bring this, it's double pigeon basically. So you're bringing your shin on top of your shin. But I mean, my knee is nowhere near the ground. Maybe that's one of my poses I should practice. So I'm just going to bring my right shin in front of my left. Inhale, reach up, and then folding forward. So you'll feel it in a slightly different position because your legs are folded slightly differently. And then walk your hands over to the right. And then walking them over to the left. That's apparently where I want to hang out. Slowing that breath down. Coming back to centre. Bring the soles of both feet together in your cobbler's pose. Lift that heart up, holding on to your feet, and then just bringing that chest forward. I mean, if you want to bounce your knees, you can, or try and draw your chest down to your feet. And then slowly release. Hug your knees into your chest. Really giving yourself a big squeeze. And then bringing your full head up to meet your knees. And then finding your Shavasana. So allowing your legs to go straight, or propping yourself up on pillows if you need to. And just closing your eyes. Deepening your inhale and your exhale. Checking that your face is relaxed. You're allowing your lungs to fully expand. You're allowing your shoulders to sink deeper into the mat. And you're bringing that attention and focus onto your breath. Allowing your exhales to just sink you deeper into the mat. Not worrying about what's going on around you or what's going to happen next. Just keeping your eyes closed and that focus on your breath. Just noting points of contact that you have on the ground, the sensations of the air around you, the sensations on your nose as you inhale and exhale. Trying to find that peace and stillness, just for a few moments. Trying to allow that focus to just be on you, the energy to just be on you, just for a few selfless moments. If your mind wanders, just slowly and non-judgmentally bring it back to your breath, to yourself. And slowly start to bring attention to your fingers and your toes. So wriggling them, rotating your wrists, rotating your ankles. Allowing your body to stretch like you've just woken up. Arms up over your head. Maybe grabbing hold of your left wrist and bringing it over to the right. Grabbing hold of your right wrist and bringing it over to the left. Drawing your belly button into your spine and hugging your knees into your chest. And gently rocking from side to side. Allow your body to drop to whichever side you feel drawn to. And keeping your eyes closed and your movement slow. Bring yourself up to seated. Bringing your hands wherever they feel drawn to. Drawing the crown of your head up nice and tall, dropping your shoulders away from your ears. And maybe setting an intention for the day, or a mantra, or just something to bring you back to this nice rested moment. Maybe that's, I focus on what I can control and make peace with what I can't. I take things one step at a time. Anything that you choose to bring you back to that peace, ease and groundedness. Reach up overhead, nice and tall, bringing your arms up, connect your palms, seal that energy in, and then bring your hands down to heart center. And maybe repeating to yourself in your head, I focus on what I can control and make peace with what I can't. Feeling at peace, ease and grounded. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye. Surrender yourself forward. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely day, guys.
Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Jenny. Have a good day.
See you later.